Okay, so on to the next track in Sammy's Rock Empire series, man. This is Mike Shinoda, Fine. I don't think I've ever reacted to this particular song or even heard this particular song from Mike Shinoda. I know I did an entire series for Campbell Cravens. We still have his series to finish for ASAP Rock, which I will eventually get to and finish that up. Within this month, I will wrap that up as well. But I don't think this was on the list in terms of the songs he gave me. It was a very specific album, and it was for Chester Bennington, and his whole journey through that emotional turmoil that he was going through. But I don't think I've heard this one, so let's see what we've got. This is a 2019 song. Okay, I probably definitely didn't hear this one, but let's see what we got over here. Mike Shinoda, like Mike Shinoda, I love everything he does, so I might be a little biased because I've loved Linkin Park and just loved Mike Shinoda as well. But I mean, I don't even need to be biased. It's just they make good shit. So let's go.
Tell all the children to lock those doors. I seen the smoke in the sky before.
Hey.
Gotta be up on my feet when the morning comes, cause this fight we can't ignore. I feel a chill building up inside, seeing the sweat filling up my eyes. Tell every friend, enemy in flesh and blood to send out the battle cry. Fingers stretching out from nowhere, reaching for my throat. They're hungry for my skin. Teeth wide, smile.
Oh, this beaty, bassy, high frequency sound, kind of unsettling sound is fire, right? Because it feels like it's just like you're stuck in the turmoil, you're stuck in a bit of a war, and that's on an inward space, kind of like an inward perspective. But then the way you portray yourself outside is that you're fine. How you doing? You're not looking too sharp today. Everything okay? I'm fine. And then I'm fine is just so loaded. Like you really want to say, no, I'm not fine. The whole fucking world's falling all around me. But you kind of just, you're trying to show that you're strong. And that can also, at some levels, crack you.
Teeth wide, smiling that they found me, circling around me, slowly closing in while you say everything
It's fine.
is gonna be fine.
Oh, it's gonna be fine. Okay, play it. It's okay.
Everything is gonna be fine, fine.
But even that, because how many times have we said that to ourselves when we're literally in the throes of just absolutely traumatic shit, right? And to try and sort of cope, that coping mechanism where you kind of feel like, okay, I'm actually not coping. I feel like I'm drowning. Everything's falling around me. But everything's going to be fine. Even if you don't believe it, you need to say that to yourself. Right, and somehow that will metastasize into you being fine, right? Because you are stronger than you seem, right? We all are, and this too shall pass. It's always like that, right? But it doesn't feel like that when you're telling yourself everything's going to be fine. That kind of feels like the cracking point. It feels like that this is the point where you're going to implode, right? So the whole sound, the way he's created this song, with that sort of high frequency isolation type feel, you know what I mean? And then sort of having that in your head, it was like, everything's going to be fine, everything. Just try not to have a panic attack, try not to fall apart, right? Just keep telling yourself, everything will be fine, even if you don't believe it. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like lying to yourself, but in essence, it actually is the truth, because it's just a stepping stone. That everything is going to be fine is just a stepping stone to actually being fine. It just doesn't feel like it's in the moment.
Fingers stretching out from nowhere, reaching for my throat. They're hungry for my skin. Teeth wide, smiling that they found me, circling around.
literally giving his own mind like sort of like worldly characteristics, right? It's almost like there's this sort of like this creature, this monster that's coming out to try and grab him. Do you know what I mean? It's not. But you know how the human mind is. You know how we play this up, specifically when we are in moments of strife and despair, and we feel like, you know, you got the whole weight of the world on your shoulders. It feels like that. It crawls, those thoughts crawl into your dreams, and they crawl into your consciousness while you're driving, and it just feels like there's this weight, and it kind of like sits heavy on your chest and things like that. And in those moments, it's just something, it's like, okay, I'll get through it, it's going to be fine, it's going to be fine. You know what I mean? It's those little things you say to just try not to crack and fall apart. Send out the battle cry.
Everything is gonna be fine. Fine. Everything is gonna be fine. 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 Everything will be just 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 fine.
I told you Mike Shinoda doesn't make a bad track, man. I told you Mike Shinoda doesn't make shit music. I don't even have to be biased. I just know it doesn't make shit music. That's a fire track. Love that. I don't actually even have that on my playlist. I'm going to put that on my playlist. You guys let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.